Hi, welcome back. Big thank you. We hit a milestone. We've got 1,000 subscribers. When we first started this channel, we had no idea that it would be anywhere near as successful as it is. And thanks for all the support.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching. So we've got a little bit of a thank you, and that's going to come up a little bit later in this video. We're going to start off by looking at Superman Godfall, who was a recent challenge character and actually makes a really good tank for multiplayer. Part of it is his passive. On successful blocks, Superman reflects all basic damage. So it doesn't mean that he takes no damage. It doesn't mean that he reflects 100% of any damage that's dished out. When you block basic damage, you're blocking 25% of it. You take 75% damage.
And the 25% just goes away. It doesn't hit you.
Right. Nothing happens. It just disappears. Well, with his passive, the damage is actually reflected. So the part that he blocks, the 25% that he blocks, is actually directed at the card that's attacking you.
And this, just by itself, isn't that great. But when you combine it with the gear we have, it makes it a lot more useful.
Right, so when you actually gear him up with blocking gear, he becomes even that much more effective because he's blocking more, so more is reflected. And we're going to demonstrate that in multiplayer. So the gear that you want to use will augment his ability. So that's the first part that makes him a good tank. Second part is his health. Take a look, 74,000. It's one of the higher, I think maybe second to Shazam only.
Has about 80,000.
Right, and the next highest I think is Superman Godfall and Darkseid.
Who both have about the same amount.
Right, so here's Static's gear. And like other 4-star gears that are meant for blocking, gives you an extra 22% boost, which is good. So that means when it's blocking effectively, you're doing more damage to your opponent again. The other kicker is this is the only blocking gear that lets you reflect some of the specials. So you got a 20% chance of reflecting specials. So as a tank, he can block specials and basic attacks. So, for example, another good tank is Man of Steel Zod, who takes, I think, 20% less damage on specials. But basic attacks, he still is vulnerable. With this gear, what you've done is you've made Superman Godfall a really effective tank that does that for both basic and for specials.
And this is really useful because now he's blocking and he's reflecting 47% of the damage. So when he blocks an attack, he's only taking 53% of the damage.
Yeah, that's.
And the enemy's taking almost as much damage as he is.
So here's the next gear we've got, which is the Kryptonian Battlesuit. Now the max health is okay. In general, when you're using a tank, when you have a tank, increasing the blocking or increasing the health helps. Blocking requires you to actually block. That has to be part of your strategy, while health is just a straight boost. But look at the kicker, the Superman specific ability. He's got a 25% chance to reflect special 2 while blocking.
So that's if you weren't paying attention, that's a 45% chance to reflect special 2s.
Right. And then, why do we have a 2-star gear that's really only worth 33 gear points? Because it does both. This is really the only gear, I think, that does both blocking and a health boost. Even though the numbers aren't as high, right? 15% blocking instead of 18. That's not a huge, or was it 22?
22.
It's not a huge difference, but you also get a health boost at the same time, which is really synergistic for the approach that we have for this guy.
So it's like a 47% health boost and really high blocking. At this point, he is now dealing more damage to the enemy when he is blocking their attacks.
Now the reason
they're dealing to him.
Yeah, the reason why he's not that great tank is his second special doesn't do nearly as much damage as posted, and that means that we're less likely to take advantage of the heal on special 2.
Except for simply healing.
So here's where we're going to show you the little thank you we've got for you. We've been using a spreadsheet. We've compiled a list of the gears according to how it engages. So thank you to Rom Sudo, who did the original gear list, the seminal work, but it was organized differently. It would be the gear plus the first ability, second ability, and it wasn't that useful to us for figuring out which gear we wanted to use. So we've organized it, and we're going to include the link to the Google Docs um, for this spreadsheet. But this organizes it based on where the gear engages, whether it's engages with the special attack, with blocking, with energy generation, with health, special 1 or special 2 use. And you'll notice a few things. So we've color coded some of the effects, and if it's grayed out, if it's white, it's just a straight boost. Or some other effect that just happens. If it's gray background, that means there's a chance of it happening and not necessarily always. So the crit is red, disabling the enemy specials is blue, the chance of a life drain is green, power drain is pink, you've got the chance of reflecting is purple, and so this spreadsheet has it organized 5 different ways. You've got everything organized in order alphabetically. This is our favorite way of organizing it because it makes the most sense. Just because something is lower gear doesn't mean that it's not useful to you. You're going to miss out a lot if you're only using the the evolved 4-star gears.
So this just lets you follow the column down to find the best gear for whatever you want it to be for.
Right, so if you're looking for a health boost, then you can see you follow the column down.
Health, and then just follow this column down. You see here, and just all the way down, you can see every single one that offers you a health boost and what percentages.
And that's why you can see, for example, under Demon Blade, it's more obvious that certain things have a combined 2 abilities on one area. So chances are, if you've got a guy that you're looking to focus on a special 2, often they'll have a weak special 1, or chances are you're not going to be using the special 1 because you're saving up towards a special 2. So it's a little bit of a waste if you've got a guy who's got gear that's got a special 1 boost and a special 2 boost. So anyways, the Google Docs link will be in the description as a thank you. We've been using this ourselves, and we've cleaned it up a little bit to make it more presentable so that it's useful for anybody who wants to.
Also, if you do like the star number first, we have it ranked between alphabetically but star order taking priority, and we also have for 2, 3, and 4-star gears once evolved if you want to just look at it that way.
There you go. Okay, so coming back. Oh, and we're switching back to our device. So Godfall Superman makes a pretty good tank. If his special 2 were better, he would be an amazing tank. So we'll do a little bit of a few multiplayer battles just to illustrate how good he is. Now, he's good, but he's not infallible. And I'm not really that used to using him as part of the team. Relatively new. So, might have a few screw-ups. Yeah, little things like that. So, what we've got him set up with is we're using animated Batman Beyond, and making return appearance as Elseworlds Flash. He's okay. He's not great. What makes him really bad is that his attack is actually relatively low, considering his stats are overall low. Low health, low attack, but his passive is a lot of fun to play with. So I've used him as the sort of main offensive guy, attack guy.
Even though he has the lowest attack.
Yeah, and I've got Anime Batman Beyond just to play with him a little bit because he's relatively new to it and is a bit of a backup.
He's also decently powerful.
So let's have a go. So pay attention, because what you'll see when Superman Godfall blocks sometimes is the little purple indicators to show that he's actually doing damage. And what's beautiful about that is when you're blocking, normally nothing else happens. But in this case, let me soften him up a bit. He's actually generating power, because when you're doing damage to the other guy, it actually generates power for you.
Which is great. So you can generate almost equal amount of power as you're beating the crap out of the enemy by blocking. In this case, an offense good defense really is the best offense.
And I'm not going to swap him. Normally I'd swap him in to let him soak up the specials, but because I don't want his power to be drained, I'm just going to... Oops. Ah, that was beautiful. What's great about having...
do the worm.
Because it's a multi-hit first special, Alright, so let's bring him in to take the hit. Oh, crap. Alright, so watch. He'll heal a little bit, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. So it's partially unblockable, but it's pretty weak. Oh, did not block.
Did not reflect, you mean?
Oh, sorry, yeah, did not reflect. Sure blocks a lot, that Nightwing does. Yeah, I want to use it up before he started draining from me. Well, that's no good.
Uses for special several times in a row. We should. We'll talk about next video, I guess, animated Batman's usefulness and ability.
Yeah, I don't even mind that it missed, but you want to shoot it as fast as possible. So you see that there was more than 14,000. There was the opponent's Superman Godfall engaging with the reflect dim. Ouch. There we go. Oops. Ouch. Sorry.
Uh-oh, this is the little problems showing themselves.
Or unfamiliarity.
Yeah, we're still doing pretty good though, as far as things go. We're gonna win, just not by very much. Not as much margin as we usually like to have.
That's a pretty close call. And it wasn't a great demonstration. I think what we had to do was adjust our strategy a little bit because Nightwing was coming in, and normally I would leave Superman in a little bit longer, but I didn't want him to get drained. And because the power drain doesn't do a lot of damage, it's easier just to leave the guy in. It's just that, you know, like it says, it drains your power.
Oh! Hey, this is my friend, Ace Neo.
Oh, very good.
I actually know this person.
IRL?
Yeah.
Alright. So...
He uses our channel's tips heavily, so that's why he has good characters, but not necessarily the best team.
Really, we're set up to take the damage if Aquamarge's Batman is in there.
So yeah, this is him messing around with this team. He likes making kind of teams that just use brute force, but don't necessarily make sense strategy-wise. I'm not sure why he does this, but he does.
Alright, so we're getting ready to swap out. Superman's going to take the damage. Go ahead. So there's a reflect damage, a little bit. More, please reflect the damage. Nope. But he still doesn't, you notice he doesn't actually take a lot of damage with it though. Which is sort of the point. The problem really is when you're gearing him up for blocking a lot of damage, you can't enhance his attack as much, so it's hard to lose with them, but you're also spending a lot of time fighting.
This also isn't that great a team formation, so it's not quite as hard to beat him.
Alright. Very good. Stay down, please. So let's speed him up a bit. Make it hard for her to get a hit in. Make it easier for us to juggle her.
And for specials.
Yeah, there's a crit chance I've got the plated speed suit on. Alright, Scorpion's coming in, so there we go.
And now third special. It's a waste of time, but boy does it look good.
Yeah.
It's just fun to watch sometimes.
Yeah, so Superman Godfall is actually pretty good when you've got Raven there too, because, you know, you don't want her special to engage. So he doesn't do a lot of damage with his basic attacks, but so you're less likely to engage it, but then you're also able to build up to a special 3 and finish her off. 14,598. Not bad.
Sorry, Ace.
So yeah, like you were saying, we're not as used to it, so it's still not as quick. That was almost 2 minutes to finish it, but it was a little bit fun. I really like Elseworlds Flash.
Yeah. They're all cool characters to play around with. It would be interesting to see if you could win most of the game with Godfall Superman simply by blocking.
Well, you might get your chance here, because what's happening is, alright, like I was saying with Raven, this is sort of the perfect example. Even though she's not going to do a huge amount of damage to start with, he's the perfect one to leave him because he's going to whittle her down without engaging her special, because he does so little damage. I mean, we're still talking about 1,200, but this gives him a chance to build up to special so that when she's about halfway down her health, doesn't matter how much she blocks. Yeah, the problem is Bane is going to come in soon and give us some real trouble. Alright, she's going to do her first special on us. Very good. No reflection, but see how little damage it does? Alright, so we're going to swap them out as soon as you get the special out of the way. Alright, Flash. Here we go.
Already reflected too.
And you don't want to leave too much of Flash's energy there, because when his passive engages, you want him to have the chance to build up some more, right? Because if you use his special during bullet time, it will stop bullet time.
That was a lucky hit, huh?
Well, he stunned us. It seems like he actually stuns quite a lot more than he should. Let's take the special. Oh.
Still can take the special, just not from Bane. Beat him down.
I like Superman because he's actually his move is actually pretty easy to juggle. Let's take it. Who's gonna come
Reflect. Oh yeah.
So she's almost ready to take the special. Let's make sure.
Tenderizer.
Soften her up a bit. Oh, not like that. Alright, yeah, that's about enough. Yeah, so that's...
Special 3 can still have some of its uses, especially against somebody like Raven, even though they can block a lot of it. 5% only in this case, though.
Oh. That hurt us.
Entry special, that was real fast. That was kind of funny. Just to sit him in knocked out mode.
So 7,000 plus damage on a non-crit hit is not bad for animated Batman Beyond. Alright, so you see some of the dangers of having just a straight up tank, right? Because he doesn't do a lot of damage. For him to be able to finish a fight, it relies a lot on generating power. So if you're fighting a power generator, you can't really just leave him in there. You run into trouble like that. Alright, so, yeah, it's funny, we haven't faced Batman, Arkham Origins Batman yet, so we haven't really needed to leave him in too much to take the damage. Because it's really fun to watch him, Arkham Origins Batman, reflect it, and even if he doesn't reflect it, to have so little damage from it, it's almost wasted for him.
The AI doesn't know that.
Alright, take the special. Thank you. Oh, unblocked. Chance at unblockable. Oh.
Uh-oh, you're gonna have to eat a special.
It would be even better if he used the second to that, eh? Do your worst. Oops.
Uh-oh.
That was not well timed.
It's okay, we'll still beat him.
Alright, his first special is ready to engage. Let's not give him the chance. And I don't think we've had bullet time yet in this one, so...
You've only had bullet time once in this video so far.
Yeah, one-on-one, Elseworlds Flash is great because easy to juggle. The problem really is danger to him is when somebody comes in, right?
Yeah.
In the middle of your combo and...
And the good news is because they're not generating power because it's online play, when they're getting hit, you can juggle them without the danger of getting hit by a special.
Yeah. Which makes Ultra Slash so much more effective in multiplayer than in single player.
Yeah. We're a detective monkey.
Alright, so last guy. Oh, we didn't see Arkham Origins Batman once.
That's rare.
I'm a little disappointed.
Because he's normally
like
an indispensable part of any team.
Because the beauty of Superman Godfall is watching him take almost no damage from that.
And then reflect some of the hits. To see the reflection deal more damage to him than it does to us is amazing.
Alright, because I think somebody's going to swap in soon, so let's make sure he doesn't swap in.
Special. Okay, this isn't impressive. Kind of.
I get a freebie?
Yeah. Darkseid is tough like that because you don't get as much warning for his attack.
Really no warning at all. You can't really sort of see what happens. Oh, he's going to have a special one. Thank you. Sorry, we're busy. Can't take the call now. Oops. Bullet time, please.
I love how when you're far enough away, you can see as you get closer, sometimes you can actually see the edges of where the bullet time kind of filter doesn't apply. And,
Yeah.
and it breaks the fourth wall a little bit. Unintentionally.
Let's see if we can be a little bit cheap and save some of his energy instead of using a third. There we go.
And smack him.
Oh, I was hoping, what you couldn't see was I was tapping his first special over and over. I wasn't getting it in time.
Smack him around. Kill him by blocking. No. That would have been slightly entertaining.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. So we didn't actually even bring Anime Batman Beyond. Yeah, it takes a little bit longer. We just like playing with the Flash. Favorite player.
Flash is cool.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. Again, feel free to use that tool. It was very useful for us for deciding what gear to use, especially when we've got a particular kind of plan in mind. And it just helps you give you an idea of what gear is definitely worth upgrading for how you play. So, thanks for watching.